Hi, I'm John Reardon. For over 20 years, I've been working with leaders and teams to help you expand your capacity to accomplish your mission. In the past week, I've been speaking with clients and colleagues around the world, and in the midst of all the stress and strain, one thing is very clear. People need to know that they are cared for. As a leader at any level in the organization, you've got to take a moment, reach out, connect with your people, and let them know that you care. Let me start by emphasizing that leadership is not about position, title, or personality. Leadership is about influence. It's about influencing others to come together, work together, and accomplish the mission together with others, not at the expense of others. No matter where you are in the organization, you have the capacity to have influence. And right now, at a time like this, one of the most influential things you can do is to reach out, connect with others, and show them that you care. So, first step, and this is really complicated, so listen carefully. You have to actually care. This is not about fake it till you make it or make people feel that they're cared for. You have to actually care for them. Decide what kind of leader you want to be. Do you want to be a motivational, inspirational leader, or do you want to be a jerk? It's your choice, but you don't get to choose how others perceive you. That's up to them. You might have to get out of your comfort zone. So I worked with a leader in the past who was phenomenal in terms of focusing on the work and getting the tasks accomplished. But to his credit, he owned up to the fact that he really had a hard time caring for, empathizing with the team. I got him a little button that had a cute little bunny rabbit on it, and on top it said, "I know how you feel." And underneath it said in little letters, "But I just don't care." It was made the point, and he really owned that this was something he needed to develop and practice. Build the muscles. Right? You don't just get up off the couch and run a marathon. You start by walking around the block. You build your strength and capacity to reach your goal. You can develop your capacity for empathy. There's a lot of great TED Talks and articles out there. I've got resources on my website that you can use to practice this capacity. If it's your natural strength, use it by all means. If this is not a natural area of strength for you, then get to work. Second step is to consider ways to connect with others, not in the way you want, but in the way they want. For some, it's a quick check-in, a "how are you doing?" and that's enough. That's all they need. For others, they would appreciate a much more thorough conversation, more of a listening ear, and more of your time. Some would appreciate practical help with something they're working on, a task, or something on the personal side. Offer them some input, some ideas, right? Some articles and resources. Remember, don't focus on how you want to be cared for, focus on how they want to be cared for. People are being impacted by this situation in all kinds of ways, some of which you might not be aware of. Clearly, some are being directly impacted by illness or immediate financial issues. For others, it might be a spouse who's lost a business and had to fire hundreds of people. I have a colleague who lost a close family member, and they're not able to gather to mourn, to grieve, and to celebrate their family member's life. Colleagues who are caring for elderly parents, in some cases from a distance, and having to check in multiple times a day can create tremendous stress. Let's face it, the kids at home sounds like fun for a little bit, but when they're climbing on you when you're trying to get work done, that creates all kinds of tension. So take a minute, ask how others are doing, and listen. Third step, reach out. Go ahead, take action. If you're tight on time, send a text. Just let folks know you're thinking of them. Email is great for reaching out to larger numbers. Be careful that it could come across as impersonal when we're all receiving hundreds of emails these days. Make a phone call. High touch may take more time, but it could be exactly what someone needs. Video chat is the next best thing to being there in person. That face-to-face contact can really be encouraging to folks. Deliver flowers to somebody who has an occasion or is going through something difficult. Send a gift. Send a pizza. Mark birthdays and celebrations. Don't forget those special occasions with your colleagues and team members. And here's an old school suggestion. Send a card on actual paper in an actual envelope with a stamp. It can really go a long way to show you care. If you're in a position of authority, you have that much more responsibility to care for your team, even while you're challenging them to step up to the tremendous challenges at hand. This is not easy. I don't mean to make it sound like it's simple. I am struggling as much as anybody to handle all the juggling, all the tasks, all the calls, all the emails, and remember to care for my family and care for my colleagues. No matter who you are in the organization, in the midst of all that's going on, the bottom line is the same. Reach out, connect, and care. Well, I hope you found that useful and challenging. I know firsthand it's easy for me to get caught up in the crush of tasks and trying to keep everything on track through this crisis. Let's try to balance the tasks at hand and the relationships we want to maintain. And let's keep working to make the world a better place.